do what's right for Eli, for herself, for all these other kids. So if nobody else will, I am. I'm done. Now, it was another thing. I was worried, they'd say, well, yeah, just because they worship Satan, that's their religion. They have the right to rape and molest kids during their rituals. It's to the point where I am scared. The other night was the first night, the night that I finally did it. The night that I called her and told her, listen, you're done. Please go get help. That was the first night that I was able to go to sleep before the sun came up. I'm afraid. There's a difference between paranoia is an irrational fear. I am afraid because I got them. They're going to do something. I'm afraid that Liz still has a key made somewhere and she's going to send somebody up here. I lock that door and put something in front of the door. I make sure every window and door in this house is locked before I go to sleep. And I won't go to sleep until the sun comes up so that if somebody's by the house, they could see. I won't sit on the porch so I can watch the stars anymore because her father used to own a gun shop. He knows how to work guns. I'm not afraid. And I'm afraid for Liz. She has tried to kill herself, I don't know how many times, because of what she's gone through. She got cuts all over her arms. She was a cutter. I'm afraid that I told her, do not hurt that kid. Accept what you did. If a hair is harmed on that kid's head, you're going to jail. I'll make sure you get the needle. I will make sure they strap her down. I'm afraid that the father is going to go all Jonestown on her. Like he's nuts. And if he knows he's caught, that's what I told her. I said, listen, your father is going to take every one of you down with you. With him. You don't understand. Like, it's not your fault you're like this. You are going to allow your father to destroy the rest of your life instead of doing the right thing. Because once he's caught, that's it. They're all going to go. He is going to blame the mother, Liz, everybody, out of spite. If he's going to jail for this, they're all going to go. And I tried to get her to listen. I tried as hard as I possibly could. I begged her and begged her and begged her. She won't do what's right. And I can't imagine how hard it would be to do what's right in this situation, but somebody has to. And they stalled me long enough. They kept me guessing long enough. But everything happens for a reason. She left, I got them. There is no out of this. They are going to prison. If anybody else is going through this, man, you got to get help. It's not your fault. And don't let anybody ever convince you that this stuff doesn't happen, because it happens. And it happens all the time. It happened to my son. I can only imagine how many innocent children that father has destroyed. I am going to be at every hearing, every motion, every arraignment, every parole hearing. I will write letters. I will be there. And if he gets out, I will make sure that everybody where he lives knows what he is. Liz's mom almost got away from him when he was in jail. And she couldn't. And this is why. Because she knew that if she ever left him, all he had to do was open his mouth and she would go to jail. And Liz's mother supposedly can't lie. She won't answer you before she tells you a lie. No matter what I said I believed this all meant, it doesn't negate physical evidence. And every one of those little children are a witness. As soon as the cops get into her phones and everything else, the fathers can, everything, there's evidence. I found evidence, and I'm nothing. Everything makes so much sense now. Why I got so sick, why there's... She was trying to poison me. I want to see if it was mercury. Because I don't know how long they could test to see how far... I don't have hair. They could pull a hair follicle here, I guess, and test me for mercury. Donnie said with the boy, when he came home all drugged out, I should have had a hair test done on him. I never even thought of it. Because even though my eyes, my heart, and everything told me, he's drugged up. Liz, no, he's just tired. And I was in denial for just as long. I did not want to believe that Liz was capable of this stuff. She'd tell me, no, he's just tired. But I've seen him tired for the first 3 years of his life. I know tired. He was high because they had drugged him. Please pray that they take a plea, because I do not want to have to put these kids on a stand. They need to be able to heal. They need to be able to get on with their life and try and function on some sort of level that's normal. He has damned every one of them children to a life of drug addiction, prostitution, abuse. The damage that sexual abuse does to these kids is beyond anything, man. And he has done it to scores of children. And it ends now. There is nothing that they could do. There is no way out of this for them. And Liz. And that kills me. Please pray that Liz doesn't do something stupid, like hurt herself or that child. Please pray that these people do their jobs and put an end to this. I keep hoping that she'll text me and say I need help. She's not gonna. I'm gonna have to put the mother and my son in prison. This sucks. I can no longer sit idly by. I'm sick of doubting myself, doubting what I see. I couldn't have done it any sooner. There was no way. They would have laughed me right out of the police station. Everything happens for a reason. I knew not to talk to her. And this is why. Because if she had not left, I would not have found what I found. And this would not be able to happen. I'm done. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Please pray for these kids. If you're going through this, man, you could get out. If you know someone who has endured this, help them. Children have no one to defend them, except their parents. Their parents aren't supposed to be the ones that hurt them like this. She did that to her own flesh and blood. For drugs. I can't believe. Like, it's all that I think about. It's all that I live with. The woman that I loved sold our child for drugs and for money. How do you do that? How? How could you possibly do that? Maybe she doesn't deserve mercy. Maybe she deserves everything she's going to get. It'll be up to the judge. I love you guys. God bless.